So I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing to Jayla's hair. I am locking her hair up. She's 2.5 years old. She has, this way baby, she has 3C hair, and so this is what her hair looks like as a loose natural. She has that 3C curl pattern. Move over here baby. And I'm doing comb coils on her hair. Turn around. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what her natural hair looks like. And I'm gonna show a picture at the end of this, and I'm gonna put a picture, should have put a picture in the beginning of this video. But I just wanted to show you guys what her hair looks like in its natural state, and then I'll come back and show you what her comb coils look like that are going to turn into locks. Look up, Jayla. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll be back.
Bye-bye.
Say I'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Alright, so I finished Jayla's hair. Get your hands out of it, please. This is the finished product.
Yeah.
You like it?
Mommy.
Nope, turn around. So this is her hair. I didn't do any specific type of parting. I try to do more so along the lines of like the C parting, because I know her hair is fine, and it's also not quite that dense. My hair is more dense than hers. Like I have more strands of hair on my head than she does. So I did count her locks. Move her hands. Jayla, look up. And she has about 63 locks, and I did them medium size so that when her hair gets longer, it'll have a good foundation for the type of hair that she has. So yeah. You like your hair?
Yeah.
You think it's pretty?
Yeah.
It is pretty. Your hair is like mommy's.
Yeah.
You like it? Alright, we'll see how long you're gonna keep it in your head. Alright, so I'm gonna come back in a few seconds and talk about why I decided to lock her hair up. Alright. So hopefully this camera is situated because I have to hold it. But yeah, so I decided to lock Jayla's hair kind of on a whim. I started it last week. I first put 2-strand twists in her hair. I didn't finish it. Like I had the top part was undone, but I started it with 2-strand twists. But because of the type of hair that she has, or maybe it's because I didn't twist it correctly, but I noticed that the twist started to come apart. Some of them started to kind of like stick together already, but for the most part they started to come apart. So I was like, okay, well, comb coils would probably be the best way to go for her hair, so that it can just already be in one twist or whatever. I don't have to worry about the twists, you know, like coming apart and being separate or whatever. So I redid them today, and the only thing that I used on her hair was aloe vera gel. That's it. I washed her hair, like stripped it or whatever last week, just put some oil on it, and then today I twisted her hair with aloe vera gel. And then since it's late, I didn't put her under the dryer, but I did like blow dry her hair, just kind of like freely to dry her hair because she's getting ready to go to bed. And then afterwards I oiled her scalp with some avocado oil, because that oil seems to work very well on, you know, both of our skin or whatever. And so I just started putting avocado oil on my scalp, so I'm gonna try that on her hair. And I like the fact that it's really light. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and lock her hair for 2 reasons. One being the simplicity of it. Jayla. So one reason being the simplicity of it. I don't really get to do her hair very often because I'm so busy, and I noticed that the back of her hair is breaking off. Let me see if I can show you guys. So that's like the back of her hair, whereas the top is like, you know, fairly long. And I knew that in order to get her hair, especially the back of her hair, past a certain length, I would need to utilize protective styles. Because even though, you know, she has a looser curl pattern, and she has that 3C type hair, her hair is still fine, so it's a little more fragile. And so, you know, I still have to take care of it a certain way. And then the second reason I decided to lock her hair was I'm trying to be intentional about her loving herself as an African American. My daughter is mixed. I don't know if we've shared this with you guys before, but my soon-to-be ex-husband is Puerto Rican. I'm African American. I believe he would consider himself an Afro-Latino. But either way, Jayla is definitely an Afro-Latina. And so I am aware that due to her features, she's going to be noticed a lot for, you know, her quote-unquote good hair and her light eyes and just, you know, her Puerto Rican features. And so I understand how that will subliminally or subconsciously I understand how that will subconsciously, what's the word, socialize her. Like, you know, within the African American community, we, you know, often use the term good hair. Jayla, move. Sit back. We often use the term good hair to that, you know, softer textured hair, whatever, hair that's less, you know, African textured or whatever. And the less African textured your hair is, the more good it is, so to speak. And that's not something that we directly teach, you know, our children. It's just something that is indirectly spoken to us, or we hear it spoken, indirectly spoken to others. So shoot, got my girls all hanging out. We hear it indirectly spoken, you know, about others, and we just know what that means. We learn. I remember growing up and hearing that term good hair, and I just knew it was for, you know, I didn't at the time, I didn't know that they were like looser. I knew they were looser curl patterns, but we didn't have like the terminology for it. There was no such thing when I was growing up. It's like 3C hair, 4A hair, 4B, or whatever. You know, you just knew that, oh, this type of hair is considered good hair, and I don't have that type of hair, so I don't have good hair. So what type of hair do you have? Do you have bad hair because you don't have good hair? And so I'm going on a long spiel, but you know, I understand that that's just how it is. And so I want to be intentional with Jayla loving her blackness, and that's part of the reason why, you know, I'm also locking her hair, because yes, she is Puerto Rican, and I want her to identify with her, you know, Latin heritage or whatever as well. And I have to figure out a way to go about doing that and making sure that happens, since, you know, that's not my culture. So I have to figure out how, you know, she can also be steeped in that culture. But I don't want her to be socialized to also hate a part of herself that is African American, that is black, if that makes any sense. So I figured, you know, her locking her hair, she looks like her mother. Her mother's African American, and she does already, I noticed that she does identify with her blackness already. And it's the little things. I don't know if you guys have seen this video of kids where they were showing like a white doll and a black doll, and a lot of kids, these are like 3 and 4 year olds, and they would pick up the white doll and say that the white doll was good and the black doll was bad. And so these are the things I'm trying to be cognizant of with her. And I did notice the other day she saw an African American girl with her hair in, like, you know, puffs or whatever, and she said Jayla. And so that made me feel good to know that she does identify with her African American or African heritage subconsciously, because of course, you know, she's 2. Like, I'm not going around teaching her, you know, that's a white person, that's a black person. You know, I'm not teaching her that, but I know that, you know, certain concepts are being taught to her indirectly. And so I just wanted to be more proactive in how her perception of herself is shaped. I hope that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. But either way, her hair's gonna be locked up now. And if once she gets older, and if she decides that, you know, she doesn't want her hair to be locked up, she wants to comb it out, cut it off, relax it, do whatever she wants to do with it, I'm not going to you know, hold her back from that. It's just hair. But I do want her to love herself and to love her hair, to love her blackness. And I know that that's something that I have to teach her, you know, while she's younger. I just want to instill that in her. So her hair will be locked until further notice. You know, if I begin to notice that, you know, her hair type is just not taking well to lock, as far as like, you know, the heaviness of it is, you know, thinning her hair out or destroying her edges, then yeah, I will comb them out myself. So, you know, this is not one of those things where, you know, I'm telling her, oh, you gotta keep your hair locked. You know, powerful people, you gotta, you know, no, it's not that serious. Just last year, after being natural since 2011, the very end of 2017 going to 2018, I threw a relaxer in my hair and did not care. You know, but at that point I had already gotten past, you know, my hair issues that had been instilled in me, right? So I'm trying to grow her up without having those same hair issues that, you know, most of us African Americans grow up with. So that's my little spiel or whatevs. So we're getting ready to go to bed. Well, Jay's getting ready to go to bed. I'm getting ready to probably watch some TV or something on my phone, or YouTube rather. No, you ready to go to sleep.
What TV?
No, you already watched TV. All right, say bye, Jayla.
Bye, Jayla. Mommy.
Hmm?
Mommy.
Yes.
Mommy, I watch.